The internet connection is currently not sufficient enough to broadcast gameplay. Internet's so bad. I'm thinking about what you call it, upgrading my capture card really soon. I haven't used it in a while because I deleted the stuff off my computer. Thought I quit YouTube or nothing like that, but the way I see it is that I don't know. I mean, I'm putting out content. I'm trying to stream for you guys, just so I can say that I did. I know it's kind of bad. In all honesty, I know that's really, really bad. Forgot I can't do that because I'll be getting copyright things. So as do I make money on YouTube? I don't. I don't know, bro. But I think there's better ways to make money and more efficient ways to make money, in all honesty. So I could kind of care less about YouTube. I mean, it would be nice to have 1,000 subs, but it's whatever. I don't know, man. I know they're gonna put me automatically in the battle bus. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Since this quarantine stuff has been like active and stuff like that, I mean, I'm not even mad or anything like that. I'm not depressed or nothing like that, but I just find it very hard to I mean, the adjustment to staying at home and try to do more stuff is okay. Now, the one thing I would say that is it smart to do? How? I'm out. I'm probably gonna play solo now. If I was gonna die like that, that's why I don't. I mean, I can land agency, but I don't like agency. But I think that make me mad too, especially when you get in the top 5 situation. It's not even hard to get top 5, to be completely honest. But the problem I got with Fortnite now is that when you're in a top 5 situation, it's the grappler. I think once you take away, as much as I hate to say this, as soon as they take away the mythic guns, the game will be a whole lot better. I'll play another game of squads. I just won't land there. But as soon as they will take away like mythic guns and stuff like that, the game is going to be better because I feel like it's unbalanced. As ridiculous as stuff sounds, the game is unbalanced. I would buy the pickaxe, but I'm not about to buy that for 800 V-Bucks. I'm not about to buy that for equivalent of $8. No way. The thing I'm saving up for most is probably what is it? I'm saving up for the V-Bucks. The what was it again? I'm saving up for the V-Bucks, like for the upgraded battle pass, the one where you get like 25 to 31 levels or something like that. The one, because I normally buy the regular. Regular battle pass is pretty good, so who knows. Okay, Pleasant. I got a problem with Pleasant, but I'm willing to go to Pleasant. Pleasant is not my favorite, just because the way it's just like the amount of people who come here, and it's really third party heavy. So I don't know, bro. But the good thing about me buying the what you call it 2500 V-Buck thing, the battle pass, the upgraded battle pass, is that I'll make some V-Bucks back. I think I'll get like at least a good 600. So by the time I'll probably have 1100 V-Bucks when I buy it or something like that, or some random amount of V-Bucks. Haha, buddy. Hold the L. I gotta quit. Like a coward. Both of them going down, I'm out. Oh my god. She's so low, but I was low. Yeah, let's go. Oh my god. That was judo. Oh god, I was doing okay, but I mean, relatively speaking, I'm not really a big proponent on landing, like, if it makes any sense. Like, I like landing places where action, but when it's like, the thing is so, I would say, dense, that you have no space in there to freely move around, and it's just like, third party heavy like location like the Tilted. I feel like Lazy is a little bit better in a sense, but not by that much though. So take what it is if you like, if you wish, but I mean, I don't know, somebody said that, what you call it, what is it, what's the place, Grotto's one of the best places in the game. It is and it isn't. I know that sounds so wrong, but I can't necessarily believe it 100%. I know where they're going to. In all honesty, it don't make sense to go to some of these places, but I mean, what can you do? I might play some Save the World. It just depends. Oh my god. The part that really gets me upset about Fortnite is how, in a sense, it's just so. If it weren't for a few key issues that haven't been like improved in the last couple of like years, like for instance, I don't know. I feel like Fortnite, a lot of the reason why they got rid of some of these guns, like there's certain classes that they move on, they focus on for a certain period of time. Like the ARs, you don't have that many ARs anymore. You used to have the scope, you used to have the legendary FAMAS, you used to have what you call it, the blue, the scar. You used to have a whole lot of options. Then you used to have like the infantry. The infantry was okay, but it wasn't all that good. And Fortnite really operated in itself in a meta phase. Like it's always some type of meta. You get this type of gun, you get this type of result, or it lasers somebody or something like that. And the burst, the purple burst is okay, but I really don't count it as a efficient weapon. Another thing that I'm really noticing about games that I kind of want to put in effort in learning other games and stuff like that, but then again, like Mortal Kombat, there's only certain characters that I can really play and I really can see myself really using. I think one of my like characters that I kind of like using, and it's kind of easy because he really doesn't use that many combos. Scorpion is up there, but I think Baraka is like probably like the easiest one. But Baraka can get like a ridiculous amount of damage doing nothing basically. And that's kind of interesting the way I see it, but I feel like the biggest problem I got with Mortal Kombat 11 is it's not even the fatal blows, it's more so the wake up system, like just the amount of crushing blows. True, you can get one of them a game or something like that, but I feel like that's a cap because you can get more than one. It's just specific ones that you can't get more than once. But that's besides the point. Like where I think Mortal Kombat went wrong is that, you know, you spend money. I think the monetization is a smaller part of the issue. I feel like it's just the like where's the development? Like a content. A lot of games and stuff, they want to be supported for years, but there's not too many jobs and too many people who I think could bring that type of dynamic to the company. But another thing I'm really noticing is that, you know, the thing about some of these game prices is just ridiculous. Like you spend like a $40, like Destiny. I remember when I first got Destiny, and my sister bought it for me. I begged my sister to buy me Destiny. That was funny, cause she got a college refund check, and I asked her could she get me something, and it was like no. At first she was like no, but I kept on bothering her all week, and then I got it. But let's talk about Destiny real quick. Destiny, it was a less than desirable game. It was good. It was what you call it, simple. It was something that should have never even been elevated for microtransaction. Like if I'm spending enough money on a game, like right now, I shouldn't be able to remotely Christ. I'll go crazy. I know a whole lot of people ask me what I think about business. Like, I'm majoring in business and stuff like that, or I don't know, bro. They might be dead. Yeah. In fact, they are dead. Hold on. I might be able to get them if they do die. I know this is stupid of me, but yeah. I can't really go and get them. I mean, I could have, but nah, it's too late. You know, someone said that Mortal Kombat is kind of bad, and I agree. Just for the simple reason, it's just that I say over half of it, the game is not a phenomenal game. I feel like it's only, relatively speaking, it exists in name only. It doesn't live up to the hype. It was one of the best-selling games, but it's just the best-selling game just off the name Mortal Kombat. Yeah, they're dead. Both of them are dead. They shouldn't even survive that long. That's not my fault. Just got horrible teammates. I'm in a bad situation right now. I mean, nobody can get mad that I'm sitting up here right now. Cause it was their fault. Like, they didn't knowingly let themselves to their own deaths. Like, I don't like when people try to blame you for their downfall or something like that. That's annoying. Like, I'm not the type of person to fight people, especially when I know I ain't got no guns to fight with. Like, for instance, if I'm sitting up here and I'm bad, or I know I'm gonna have an unfavorable outcome, like right there, this is a third-party heavy game. If I had a sniper or available thing, I would go fight them, but I just let them go and fight. Alright, I'm back, folks. What's going on? So, we're gonna play some Save the World. I don't know, it's because of my connection. And then at that, I was distracted because I had people coming in and out of my room. So, I might, go outside soon and get some exercise and stuff like that because I need to. But I think the interesting thing about games, in my opinion, and stuff like that, is that I have a whole lot of games that specifically, I think the biggest problem with them is the fact that there's no type of, I guess, in a sense, creative developer, or, I guess, somebody who's over it and stuff. Like, there's a number of people who make especially Call of Duty. I remember a whole lot of people was coming at Michael Country's next, the guy from Advanced Warfare, that type of stuff. Advanced Warfare, in my opinion, it was, it's a whole lot better than what we've had in the last, after a couple games. Even though I didn't like the exosuits and stuff like that and supply drops. One of my friends, he got so angry because I had got this gun that was so rare. Like, he got to like Master Prestige. It was called the AK-12 RIP. That was the most rarest gun in the game when I got it. But I think Advanced Warfare is probably hacked to complete bits. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm almost certain of that.
Target not yet located.
And I think, I don't know, there's just certain games and stuff like that. I don't know, bro. Is that games, in my opinion, they're going to be good and they're going to be bad. Like PS5, I'm not sure 100%. I mean, I want a PS5, but at the same time, I don't want to have crappy games in there that I know I don't want to play. And then be like, oh my god, this game is I gotta play it. Cause originally when I got my PS4, I only had Madden. And I think Madden, some of the stuff that I say about Madden is the truth about it 100%. The fact that Madden's a low tier game, if I had to say so. Because just think about it. I need to, yeah, just gotta go.
On the target when you're ready.
Alright, so I mean, I gotta get some, some bolts here, so I'm gonna have to destroy a lot of stuff. But I'm gonna have to also get some coal. I mean, this game, for instance, I got the max version of it. Do I think it was bad for me to get the max version? No, because I made my V-Bucks back and then some. However, I put it at this. The games and stuff, certain aspects of games shouldn't be put behind a paywall. If I'm being completely honest, 'cause this game should have been free a long time ago. And the only reason why it has not been free or has not been in that is because of development. Like, I 110% believe that this game right here has the potential to be good, but they're not gonna, when they say it's gonna be free, there's no way this could be free. Honestly speaking, there's no way this could be free because they wouldn't make any money off of it. The only way that I think they could make money
mission control when you're ready to begin.
Another thing I think I'm kind of disappointed in too is like just the way games are, like just the price. Like I said, like Mortal Kombat Aftermath, I mean, I'm glad it was like a decent amount, but they're not supporting the game. It took them a year or over a year to kind of produce that when it should have been included in the game. Do I think it's good? Yeah, I think it's pretty decent, but just the way it was drawn up, I don't know who said $40, but it's not really their fault if it's like what you call it, Warner Brothers, because the expansion packs do go for a good amount of money. Like for instance, like I was mentioning, Destiny should not have been, it had way too many expansion packs and now it's completely free. I remember when I got it on Target for like $5. I still had a disc and everything, and I played it like what, I can't even remember. I got it in like early 2019. I stopped playing it. It was like 2018, 2019, but I know it was late. I 100% know it was a late time. But like in all seriousness, in other games in my opinion have done a better job of basically not being microtransaction heavy. Like, but Call of Duty, Call of Duty's not done a great job with that. With the COD points and the I like the free map packs, but Modern Warfare is terrible. This is coming from somebody who loves a lot of games got a lot of what you call like hate and slack compared to like Infinite Warfare. Infinite Warfare I actually enjoyed. Like I think I can enjoy playing Infinite Warfare or World War II. I have a different approach to actually like with that game than I do. I would say the beta was actually better than the actual game. And I know that absolutely makes zero sense, but I'm gonna tell you why. I feel like the guns and stuff and the way it was designed, it was a whole lot better than Infinite Warfare. Just for the fact of maybe not balance and stuff, but like definitely the score streaks and stuff were bad. Didn't have any development. The guns, the game, Gustav Canyon, or Canyon, I didn't really enjoy that map that much. I mean, I might reinstall it. I mean, I have it. The PS4, I mean, I bought, there's a number of Call of Duty games that I bought and did not play at all. Black Ops 3 was like the last true one I enjoyed, and I mean, Black Ops 3, it was good, but it wasn't better than Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 was at least decent enough to have a few things available. Not anything OP, but like, at least I'm going somewhere. Like, I'm actually enjoying it. Because I was like in, what, 8th grade when it came out. And I was pretty good. I used to get like 70 kills. When I seriously tried and stuff like that, I remember one time I almost dropped 100 kills. But it's just like, it's ridiculous. Like, the most kills I ever got in a Call of Duty game was 76. And that was on Black Ops 4. And I told my friend I was about to go off. And I did. Like, Black Ops 4, it was fun when I first got it, but then again I started disliking it. Just for the fact, like, I got like a 2.40 KD on there. I wasn't bad at all at Black Ops 4. Like, but on Call of Duty, what you call it? Modern Warfare, the reboot, oh my god. Like, I got like a 1.4 on there. Like, I just don't enjoy playing it. The map designs is terrible. You get the same type of maps nobody wants to play. The only map that I can honestly say is playable is the gun runner map. And the mill place, the Hossock Mill, that place is bad. It's bad. Piccadilly's bad. Nobody likes that map for obvious reasons, because think about it, if I'm supposed to be so, you know, the competitive scene, I don't think COD is really competitive anymore. If they are, I don't know how, because think about it, the game and its viewership and base is going down. Like, that's another thing, especially with 2K. 2K is so focused on their, what you call it, E-League expansion, and then them having new teams and stuff like that. But think of it this way, the E-League stuff that people have, a lot of people are not going to enjoy the game, and they're pretty much abandoning their, what you call it, casual fan base instead of actually working on the game. Like, there's so many problem issues with 2K that it's really a so far gone, like, part of the series. Like, okay, I can make all these different builds, and I feel like the pie charts is what 2K was trying to do all along, in the sense that, okay, we have these builds right here, but we're going to make it basically more restrictive. Like, we're going to be able to nerf a few things, like stuff that should have been fixed in the last couple games weren't bring to the forefront. But since we're having issues with like balancing and stuff like that, I was still thinking about 2K19 and how 2K19 was largely not balanced at all. Think about it. How can I have a 610 lockdown on, what you call it, on 2K19? They get silver corner specials and like maybe like a 57-3. But 57-3 is not that bad, like, relatively speaking, because even though people were, what you call it, they're not even sharp takeover, they were shooting like sharks. All you have to have is like one of them jump shots. Like, I can tell you which type of jump shots you can have. Base 24 was probably one of the best lockdown jump shots. I never had a lockdown. I always had like a sharpshooting point forward, or some type of sharpshooter. And sharpshooting point forward was my build. But I got tired of 2K. Like, I deleted it. And I was playing Black Ops 4. I had nobody pretty much run with, and then at the same time, 2K, in all honesty, 2K showed me they didn't care, and I lost like a lot of games. I had a really good record, but I started playing park and stuff when they had the glitches and stuff in the game. Like the, what is it? What's the glitch called again? The inbound glitch, where people were pushing and shoving. Shoving was in the game too long. When people were shoving and they were doing all this crazy and nonsense and stuff like that, that made me stop playing the game. And 2K didn't care. That junk was in the game for like a good 7 months, and they did nothing about it. And I expect more from a AAA publisher, especially when they had game testers and stuff like that, and they didn't do anything about it. And I feel like that's, at that point, what's even the purpose of even doing certain stuff? Like, if you're going to have game-breaking glitches inside the game, you got all this stuff that's monetized. And I think another problem I got too is like what the games basically did. Like 2K19 was probably one of the worst games in the series. Along with, I think 2K19 is up there. My honest opinion, 2K19 is up there. Even though it was fun, fun doesn't mean good. Like, it doesn't. 2K17, I think, was one of the worst. As ridiculous as that sounds, 2K17, it was fun, but you shouldn't have access to do certain stuff. I feel like a lot of people's game was limited to being a one-trick pony. Like, to be honest, all these dribble moves, these combos, they're all good and stuff like that, but it really adds no dimension to the game. Like, if I'm sitting up here dribbling, basically, the game physics in 2K's always been broken, in my opinion. It's definitely been broken. I feel like a lot of people get rewarded for mediocrity. Like, okay, if I'm supposedly dribbling, I've been dribbling out the shot clock and stuff like that, I should be able to lose the ball. If I'm not doing this and stuff like that, if I'm not being careful, and you give me all the access to stuff, and it didn't help with the takeover. And what was worse in 2K17 was that grand badge. I like the grand badge, but the grand badge really gave people access to, I guess, an uncharted territory. But I mean, I wasn't bad at 2K17. I just didn't play it at all. And I actually preferred 2K16 over, Because me, it was fun. Like, I shouldn't have to... In my honest opinion, you shouldn't have to try that hard to play a game. If you have to do that on a constant, like, level, a consistent basis, then what's the point of even playing it? Like, if I'm not honestly enjoying playing 2K, in all honesty, and stuff like that, I'm not going to play it. 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to play it. And, like, for instance, once I got, like, 2K18, I got to 95. I told somebody, on 2K18, I could have got 99 overall. I mean, that series. I was 50% in to 96. I was at 95, almost going to be at 96. But the bar, I was only moving up like, half a bar a game, like 0.5. So it probably would have took me a whole season. Probably to get to, playing 100 games. And 12-minute quarters. But the thing about it is that had I known what I know today or how it worked, all I would have to do is shoot limitless range. I learned a few strategies and stuff like that, but 2K18 is what 2K19 should have been, in all honesty. And it did a horrible job, and I feel dumb for spending what was it, $150 on my player. And the thing I don't get about 2K is that you can support 2K through the thick and thin. Like, you can support them to a point where it's just like, okay, I'm supporting them. And in all honesty, 2K's done literally nothing to stop people from just doing all sorts of type of cheap stuff, like booting and stuff like that. It's ridiculous. Pulling people's IP and stuff like that over a game because they're losing. It's crazy, and I feel like it's ridiculous, but I mean, really, what else do you have on there that's really... I feel like the whole franchise of 2K is at a point where it's not even repairable. Like, if I'm supposed to be playing a game and supposedly you're supposed to be enjoying it, I expect a lot more from a AAA publisher. They're probably taking out the I don't know exactly what they're doing. Taking out the encampment. But back to what I'm saying, like 2K had a whole lot of issues in terms of balancing Like post scores. Post scores were way too OP. They had access to stuff that I don't think anybody should have access to. Like for instance, to basically shooting. They had access to OP animations. I have a post score on 2K20, but I don't use them anymore. I just have a a stretch. Stretch bigs are not bad, but stretch bigs are just not. They're not as versatile as they once were.
You got this, Commander.
And basically what I'm seeing is that a lot of these games and stuff like that, you know, my biggest issue is, especially with some of these YouTubers, I mean, I like their content and stuff like that, watching every now and then, but in all honesty, they invite the same people, and they don't have game tests. That's the difference between a game tester and a YouTuber. The game testers really be playing the game, have an overall experience. Just because you sit up here playing like, what, between 6 and 8 hours of a game doesn't mean it's representative of you actually having somebody professionally there to give you an opinion about the game before you release it. But I'm actually disappointed in 2K, the fact they always have some form of game-breaking glitch in the game, and there's literally nothing they've done in the last, what, I would say between the last, what, couple of years, basically. Every year I could name something that made the game worse and worse each year. Like, I was never into the speed boosting thing. I was never really into speed boosting. Like when they got rid of speed boosting on 2K16, that patch, I was infected by that because I was outside point guard, 6'7", 225. I always make my dude 6'7", 6'7" and 200 pounds, but I went with a small forward. But the thing I think that's worse about 2K is that the fact is that you got all these additions and stuff like that, and the demos and stuff are getting worse and worse each year. Like, I can't complain about the Prelude. Now thinking about it, I mean, I can and I can't. Because the Prelude has been representative of the game in a sense, but the only issue that I got is that there were some key features and stuff that were missing from last year's demo for 2K20, and they had to fix that. They had to fix the animation. 2K is really a game animation, but back to what I'm saying about how 2K ruined games. 2K, honestly, I thought they leave stuff in the game just so people can get pissed off, but the fact that people keep on trying to build new players. Like for instance, on 2K15, they had the demigods, right? They said they were going to ban people. They weren't going to ban people. Think about it. They were making way too much money to ban a demigod. If I'm out here, buying VC for the game, that's pretty much how 2K makes their money, buying VC and they're my team. My team has been problematic for a while now. But I feel like the best my team they ever had was maybe 2K13. That's when things start going south. But you used to at least have a chance to get a guaranteed player, a guaranteed gold player out of the packs. But this year they're not even really, or previous years too, it consistently got worse. I think one of the modes I really liked the most, originally when the game first came out, especially, it's a feature in a game that I really like, 2K16, the Gauntlet mode, where you get to try out mod players. not my players, but like at least a good card. You at least got to try out a decent card just at release, like a diamond player. But this time around, you have to spend about, and they said it, based on how much money you spend on 2K and you haven't like played it in a while, you get better deals. So like the other day, I haven't spent money on 2K in a hot minute. They gave me the option to buy VC for $50. Like I could get like a lot of boosts. I get some my team cards and packs, like at least like what? Maybe a box, a pack of 10 cards or something like that. I've not spent money on 2K in a while. Like every player that I got, for the most part, I built from the ground up. Like my paint defender, I spent $0 on it. It's a 97 overall. But even with being a 97 overall and stuff like that, a lot of people basically buy boosts. I'm not 100% against buying boosts, but that winds up getting expensive. Like part of my strategy was on 2K18, and I spent money on boosts. I'm not gonna even lie to you, because the way that I was like efficient with like, especially with my time on 2K, as well as I was buying boosts. Boosts help you not get fatigued. And then the best thing about in an hour, I think I could have gained like what? I gained like 69k, 70k XP an hour. And I was maximizing certain stuff like limitless range, stuff like that. But I got stuck on 93 on 2K, 2K19. And how I got stuck on 93 is that I got double barred. Like I thought I was doing good. I mean, I was really doing good when the game first came out. I was like one of the top not top reps, but I was getting close to being it, because I got 92 in like maybe like a week and a half of the game coming out. But even with that, I really wasn't even feeling the game. If we're being completely honest, I mean, I've been pretty much on my own in a few ways playing 2K. I don't have a consistent squad, but I at least have a consistent person I can play 2K with. And right now on 2K not 19, 2K20, I have somebody I can consistently run with and relatively enjoy the game. But otherwise than that, I mean, he's a SS3. He's supposed to be an Elite 1, but imagine how much time you have basically to play that game. And the game, at minimum, I don't think it's that good. I don't think it's that great. But think about it. It's the only basketball game that you can really play out here. Same thing with Madden. Madden is terrible. Madden's been terrible for a while. But is there anything I can really play besides Madden? No. So even if I wholeheartedly believe that Madden was one of the worst games ever, honestly, there's nothing I could do about it. Because Madden and these games, if we honestly looked at it from a perspective that, hey, we had issues, we were one of the top selling games, but game breaking glitches, especially when you have people going out there testing the game, building the hype up for the game, especially these YouTubers. I mean, you only played the game for like 8 hours. You're playing a dumbed down build of the final product. It's basically done, but then again, it's not done. I know people keep on talking about they're trying to get a logo for 2K. I mean, the logo is one thing, but I mean 2K is terrible. I honestly believe wholeheartedly that 2K is terrible. It's the same old generic storyline, the same old grind heavy, microtransaction heavy game. I'm not trying to rehash what people are saying, but for the most part, it's kind of true what they're saying at the same time, but it's important. There's some people who bash 2K but want the logo. I don't know about that one. Like, 2K can only be as good as if we allow it. Like, there's no point of me saying that, oh yeah, I'm not gonna buy 2K, but every time you look around, or I say I'm not gonna buy it, I'm gonna go get it just because. I feel like there is some 2Ks that I seriously have been a step back and not played. Like, the dumbest thing I think I've done, in all honesty, there's a couple of 2Ks that I felt like I've taken an L. And the fact that I spent over what I probably should have invested in it and didn't get that much from playing it. Like, 2K17 was one of them. I played 2K17 at the end of its life cycle, but I first started playing it and I didn't like it. I didn't like the archetypes and stuff that they had, like the sharpshooter. I went with sharpshooter because I thought it was going to be decent. I would have decent ball handling skills and stuff like that, but the way that shot creator used to be on 2K17, it was terrible. It literally was terrible. You're like, you're actually standing shot was terrible, but everything else was phenomenal. Like your 3-point shot, you could only hit a 3 from fading away. Like every one of your stats was pretty much bad. And the way they had it set up was like slashers were, I'd say decent enough, but if you really wanted to dunk and stuff like that, shot creators were a whole lot better at the game, shooting wise, dunking wise, and layup wise. Those were the second best builds, but sharpshooter, it was good, but I think the stretch big was probably one of the most better builds. But if we honestly talking about, but stretch bigs aren't that good though. Think about it, because they don't have that much strength. Those are the few issues that I kind of had with the game. Because you can play the game all day long, but I mean, think about it. If you played the game all day long, stuff like that, I can't play 2K in a lot of these games all day long, because really, at a certain point, you're going to be tired of the game. Like, you're going to be tired of the game. Like, if I'm sitting up here playing games that are not producing at the level stuff, it doesn't have the same, I don't even know, sentimental value of an actual game that you love, like from your childhood. Like 2K, the first 2K I ever played and I whooped somebody some kind of bad. Like the first 2K I played was I think it was 2K9, the one with Kevin Garnett. I'm pretty sure it was 2K9. I whooped one of, like, what you call it, one of my neighbor's son at like 2K by like 40 points. That was my first time playing 2K. I was like, what, 4th grade? I beat him badly. I beat him some kind of badly at it. I mean, granted, it was a good experience, but at the same time, I mean,
give up, creeps.
The floating atlas has lost structural support. You must rebuild your fort up to the floating atlas before it can be activated. Don't forget to protect the supporting structure.
But back to what I'm saying about games, like, I don't know, bro. A lot of these games, especially from AAA publishers, is just like, they just keep on getting worse and worse. Like, you know, especially like, I'm not even saying a franchise, but a lot of these games have seriously gotten to a point. I don't know if it's necessarily the companies that manage them, like Take-Two interacting with 2K, or it's like stuff like, especially like Mortal Kombat, like Warner Brother Games. Like, I can't imagine people spending money on Mortal Kombat Mobile. Mortal Kombat Mobile is trash. It is literally trash. It's so bad. It is literally so bad. But Mortal Kombat, in all honesty, did do, like, Mortal Kombat, I feel like the part of the game is, a majority of it is broken. A majority of the game is broken. It really has no goal in balancing the game. There's a number of characters and stuff like that. In a way, are one-trick ponies. Like, Scorpion at first was a one-trick pony. All people did was with the teleport, and I think they changed it from, what you call it. It was OP. I know they changed, like, his teleport move from a high to something. Or vice versa. He was OP. He had access to so many things that, by a game, it was broken by design. But in all honesty, Mortal Kombat was broken from the get-go. Relatively speaking. I feel. But if someone asks about Save the World, this one also too, I feel like is at the standstill, because I feel like Save the World was a great idea of what they did with the game, but they just don't have any ideas. They don't have any ideas like, okay, how can I make this a little bit good and support it for years to come? The game has been out for 3 years, and at this point, there's nothing that I feel like they could possibly do by any means to make this game, I feel like, more supported. They're at Canny Valley, all these different quests, but I'm almost done with the game. I'm like 100% done with the game, almost. Because after I beat, what you call it, what is it? After I seriously beat Twine Peak Storm Shield 9, the game was officially over. And basically after that, it pretty much is up to me whether I want to keep playing it or not.
Add blue glow to the atlas. Open mission control when you're ready to begin.
Husks!
Gotta keep on destroying, what you call it, cars, so I keep getting what you call it, so I can have enough thing to go and do the storm shield. Mama really had to edit some of the stuff that I did on my base just to make sure I'm good. Like, I have to have a whole lot of bolts, I have to have a whole lot of mats. What is this right here? I really don't need that much. We can try. Wow, that wasn't even really worth it. So I kind of took an L on that one too. But in all honesty, I think a lot of games that we set up here and support, I feel like a dumb thing to also do with Mortal Kombat too is I spent what 60. Well, I didn't really spend $65 on it. I probably put like 40. I probably put maybe $54 into it, but I had like a whole lot of money and stuff. It really won't. I mean, how can I say it? I already had money left over from stuff. I didn't really send my personal. Well, it technically was my personal money, but at the same time, it's just money that I had sitting around, wasn't doing anything with it anyway. So I already had like $40 on my account before, and I put down. I got a $10 PlayStation card for Sony rewards from just spending money through the PlayStation Store. And by everything was said and done, I got it for basically $14. So I'm not really mad at that. But at the same time, like, they're not supporting the game. They're not doing a really good job. Man, get these dudes. Well, winner. View comments. What up, Green Snake? What's going on, bro? Sorry, playing some Fortnite. I don't know what I'm doing after this, but I don't know, bro. Don't know. I mean, I might try to edit some stuff on my storm shield so I can get that ready for later, like at 8. I might stream that because I'm almost done with this complete game, or at least save the world, that is. Because there's no quest for me really to even play after I beat the whole storm shield stuff. And the way I see it, Fortnite is not supporting Save the World at all. So, I mean, I kind of take my L on it. I kind of do, but I don't know, bro. Cause right now I got a decent amount of V-Bucks right now, so I'm just saving it for the battle pass, the upgraded battle pass, where I get like 25 levels or something like that. I skip all of it and I only have to do 75 levels. Oh my god. I should be destroying some trees while I'm at it, so I'm gonna do that real quick. Alright, I gotta go over here and destroy those so I can have a decent amount of bolts. I'm gonna need a whole lot of bolts. I'm gonna start it after this. See how many bolts I got. Bruh. This is getting annoying, bro. Oh my god. Already, I think. Alright, I'm about to get this junk started. As soon as I stop destroying this stuff. But I need this for Save the World. My storm shield defense. As many batteries and stuff that I can get. Because if I get enough batteries and stuff like that, it's not that much for me to worry about. Because this thing is basically heavy. So like, you know how you got to search up for ammo and stuff like that? And Battle Royale, you got to do the same thing. Like you got to store metal and then get bolts to craft ammo. You need enough mats to do so. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm about to, what you call it? Yeah, yes sir. We about to get this junk started. So I'll at least get like 100 V-Bucks from this. By the time I'm done with this, because I just did that, that's 50.
Kill that soul sucker!
Man, that's the stuff that I'm talking about too. I'm getting tired of that too. 100%. Getting punched in the head by a seeker. Getting punched in the back of the noggin. I'm about to get started. I'm about to get started with this. I know they done done a lot up there, but I'm about to start it for a second. So, alright, after this, I'm about to what you call it. Better get started. So, as soon as I do this, we good. Let me go in. I'm still laughing. Someone asked why I don't use Instagram. I mean, Instagram is cool and stuff like that. I haven't used Instagram since I was like a sophomore in high school. I remember when Instagram like did a whole wipe of stuff, of inactive accounts. I had like 500 followers and stuff like that. That was pretty decent. But then ever since I didn't stop using it, I got like what, 287 now. I haven't used Instagram in maybe a year and a half. So I just don't use it. Instagram was almost pointless to me. It was good when it originally started, but it just started getting worse. Like even Instagram ads, I'm not really a big fan of either, because it's just pointless. At a certain point, what's the purpose of even using the stuff when you're just going to force people to what you call it, like try to
That's enough blue glow. You got this, Commander.
Jeez Louise. Alright. Alright, you know.
Storm creeps!
I think I like the deatomizer, but the deatomizer is too much ammo. It takes out a lot of push, but at the same time, nah. And basically, all State of the World is basically a tower defense. That's all it is. I remember I used to play this game called Bloons Tower Defense. It's the same concept. It's like with like zombies. But this one is pretty much like a battle royale, like in a sense. I don't think you should have to pay for this, if I'm being completely honest, but it's so broken. This game mode is so broken that, I mean, they had a low following and stuff like that, but in all honesty, can I 100% say that this game is like good? Aspects about this mode make it, you know, second to none, but like think about it, think of it this way. If I stop supporting the game and I'm charging what, still $40 for it, I mean they've had this game on sale for a bit, and I mean, I don't think you should have to pay for this, if I'm being completely honest, but it's so broken, this game mode is so broken that, I mean, they had a low following and stuff like that, but in all honesty, can I 100% say that this game is like good? Aspects about this mode make it, you know, second to none, but like think about it, think of it this way. If I stop supporting the game and I'm charging what, still $40 for it, I mean they've had this game on sale for a bit, they've had this game mode on and stuff for a bit. But if I didn't know, honestly know it was $40 and something like that, I was skeptical of paying $40. Even if you spend $40 on this, you're gonna make like, I kid you not. In my first week of this, playing this and getting this, I had 6,000 V-Bucks. I kid you not. Because the easiest way to make stuff, like even I told one of my friends that all he has to do, he could probably get like 10,000 V-Bucks and stuff like that if he really played. And within his first week, because the way they have it set up, I don't think he even done his first phone ship defense. And I can help him with that because, I don't know, I think he skipped it. And it wasn't that hard to do to begin with. But you get this thing called collection book and you put items and stuff that you don't want in there, duplicate items, and it gives you 500 V-Bucks. I done done that to a point where I don't get that no more. Because I think it only goes to a certain point. And then that's where you start what you call it. You at least get 1,500 V-Bucks. Because after a while, I think after you pass 30, you have to wait till like your level 91. Hopefully I can finish this, man. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be able to finish it. Besides the point, I don't know, man. Like, a lot of these games and stuff like that, from a AAA publisher, you know, you shouldn't have, like, a majority of your game basically relying on the fact that, I don't know, you got all these expansion packs and all this stuff, DLC content, people want you to buy. It's not marketed at a good price. And I'm still thinking about people talking about Mortal Kombat expansion pack, or, yeah, the Aftermath DLC. I mean, I got it, but $40, I mean, I did have $40, and I did get like a $700 check from school, just because from our coronavirus, they're giving students, away, because unnecessary expenses, like, cost to go back home and stuff like that. But I actually live near my university, like maybe a 15-minute drive, and I just commute and I go to school. So it's not that bad. So I go to a 4-year, but now pretty much all 4 years. So I'm not in my 4th year yet, but I'm starting on it. But yeah, I'm done with that. Yep, 100 V-Bucks. So I'll pretty much have 100 V-Bucks. But I'm gonna edit my home base after this, cause I mean, it's fun. Playing this is fun, but it's not as fun as I think it could be. That's not gonna do anything. I might edit my home base, yeah, after this. And it'll probably be like, I don't know, maybe the end of the stream, I'm not sure. Whatever.
30 seconds left to go.
I don't know what I'm gonna eat for dinner. I need to find out. Or I might have to probably do my eat bread. Might. I'm not sure.
Bonus challenge success. Good job, team. Quadrilateral damage. 4 Atlas win.
That took way too long. I'm still thinking about what you call it. People talking about their small businesses. I remember this business owner, he used to do this thing. Well, it was this hospitality group. They used to do a thing where they used to have like crab legs. It was, I think for a certain period of time, it was unlimited, but they just started losing a lot of money. But it was a lot of money. I think it's like $50 or something like that. You can get unlimited crab legs, but if you think about it, you're not making money off unlimited crab legs. Like, if people are specifically going there with the intent of eating, you know, a couple pounds worth of crab legs, and there, trust me, there's a lot of people when they get to these like seafood places and stuff like that, they're trying to hurt themselves, man. Honestly, we going to buffet, like such people going to buffets before all the coronavirus stuff, man. People just going berserk, but I think I'll never eat at a buffet again. I won't even eat in buffets. Last time I went to a buffet was maybe like 3 years ago. I just stopped eating buffets. No point. At the same time, too, from a perspective where people have buffets, you almost have to justify, you know, some of the prices and some of the expenses that you got. You know, there's almost no point, like, you know, there's certain foods and stuff like that you know can't sit out that long. Like, especially like chicken, meat, well, any type of meat, especially like beef and stuff like that. And they have some type of stew, beef stew out there. And but the other stuff, I still think it's pretty nasty. Like, they have certain stuff like, let me think of a place. Like, people talk about Golden Crust. Golden Crust is the nastiest Jamaican food ever. And I really do believe that it's overpriced, but I feel like because it's a chain-based restaurant. And if people don't have a taste, like, I feel like the best, like, food that you're going to get, it's actually going to Jamaica. And Jamaica, to me, nowadays, you talk about Jamaica's expensive. Jamaica's not that expensive, in all honesty. It may cost a couple $1,000, but not really in comparison if you book in advance and stuff like that. You have a good itinerary, and then you have amenities and stuff like that. But a lot of these places I'm still thinking about is just like, some stuff you shouldn't even be paying a premium on, if we're being completely honest. But I feel like the premium, just by having the premium, it gets you on the allure that you're getting a good service and stuff like that, which you might be getting a good premium, but at what expense? Like, if I'm supposed to be paying what, every other thing, like I know a lot of stuff in Jamaica is all inclusive. Like I'm spending this amount of money on. I'm not even saying food and stuff like that, because most of the stuff is already paid for. Even the alcoholic drinks too and stuff is already paid for. So if you into that, they have some of the stuff. But a lot of the people when they go down there, is that like they don't understand that some of this stuff is really real liquor. Like if you are sitting up here thinking that you're getting quality stuff, you're not. Like some of this stuff, you can't really even justify the cost. But a lot of people think they're really trying to, in the case, whoop them. I'm laughing. Because some people seriously be like, this is what you call, this is good, it's a fair price. Stuff like that. Restaurants and stuff, some of that stuff's not fair price. I 100% believe that some stuff is just not a fair price. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna take an L. Some of the stuff you could definitely gonna take an L on. Like, food wise, you're gonna definitely take an L on. I know a lot of business owners, they talk about their costs. They having to do this, they having to do that, but some of these costs and stuff like that, realistically, when you look at it, the costs that some of these business owners have are few and far between. Like, if I'm supposedly supposed to be doing maybe what? Let's think about it. If I have a supply chain and stuff like that and I'm running out of chicken, I mean chicken is not, I mean I remember when they talk about how chicken, like if there's a disease and stuff going on, chicken and stuff is supposed to be, the price is going to go up obviously because chicken is in command, it's cheap compared to like something like pork or Angus beef and stuff like that. And I know now the stuff is definitely going up a lot. Like for instance, pork. Since the coronavirus and all these different processing plants, these food plants are having to do all this type of stuff. I'm glad that I actually destroyed my stuff so I can get my that right there is kind of weak in my opinion. That happening, that was weak, but I'm not gonna complain because at least I got my materials back. But there's no way. I don't know exactly how I'm gonna do this right here. I mean, I know how they came the last time, and that's a big spot where I know they like to spawn in. So I could do a few things here, but but I do need some other guns, so I'm gonna have to keep it at a bare minimum. I'm not gonna do this thing now. I know I definitely would not have enough ammo to even support 100% this thing. I mean, I might in theory, but I have what, 3K ammo, 62, 88. And I know I can't have but so much. And I'm gonna do some of that too. Oh, yeah, I need to do that.
No can do. Yeah, wish I could.
We might actually try it. How? I might try it later on, but I mean, this stream might end. So peace out, people. I'm out.